This is episode 78. Welcome to Wellness in Every Season, the podcast where we explore the rich tapestry of motherhood and wellness in all its forms. I'm your host, Autumn Carter, a certified life coach and parenting coach dedicated to empowering mothers to rediscover their identity beyond motherhood, find balance amidst chaos, strengthen relationships, and pursue their dreams. My goal is to help mothers thrive both as individuals and as parents.
Hello, lady, and welcome to this new edition of the Girlfriends Night In. I'm so happy to have Autumn and Mickey with me tonight. Hey, ladies, how are you?
Hello.
All good?
Really good.
Really good. I'm so happy that we're back. We're going to try and do this monthly. We're going to maybe have new facilitators. We are going to start with me. Amandine, I'm your host tonight. I am the founder of Empower to Thrive Coaching. If you don't know me, my entire business is about helping women who feel stressed and full of anxiety or are on the verge of burnout to take back their power for their glorious. I am going to start with a meditation. Close your eyes and enjoy those 15 minutes to come back to your body, come back to this moment. Okay, we're going to start. This meditation is really designed to help you de-stress and reconnect to yourself. So find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down, and gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. Let's start by becoming aware of our breath. Simply observe the natural rhythm of your breathing without trying to change it. Notice the cool air as you inhale through your nose and the warm air as you exhale. Feel your chest and belly gently rise and fall with each breath. Now take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. And then exhale slowly through your mouth, letting go of any tension. One more time, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. Each exhale relaxes you more deeply. Now, let's bring awareness to our body, starting at the top of our head. Slowly move your attention down to your forehead and feel it soften and relax. Let your eyes rest gently. Relax your jaw. Allow your mouth to open slightly if it needs to. Remember, with each breath, you relax more deeply. Now move your attention down to your neck and your shoulders. With each breath, feel your shoulders drop and release any tension you might be holding there. Let this relaxation flow down your arms, your wrists, your hands, all the way down to your fingertips. Now focus on your chest and belly. With each breath, feel your chest open and your abdomen soften. Allow this deep feeling of relaxation right down to your hips, your thighs, your knees, and your calves. Finally, bring your attention to your feet and feel them relax completely. Take a moment to notice how your entire body feels now. Allow yourself to fully experience the state of relaxation. Now that your body is relaxed, let's focus on our breath again. We're going to do a simple breathing exercise to help calm the mind and bring us fully into the present moment. Begin by taking a deep breath in through your nose from a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale on a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, in 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Let your breathing come back to a normal rhythm, completely natural. And with each exhale, imagine any stress or tension that you're still feeling leaving your body. With each inhale, you feel yourself becoming more centered and present. And with each exhale, tension is leaving your body, dropping it. In and out. In. Few hands. Now, let's go on a little journey in our minds. Imagine yourself in a beautiful, peaceful place. It could be a beach, forest, a garden, any place where you feel completely relaxed and safe. Really see the details of this place. Notice colors, the shapes, textures. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Maybe there's a gentle breeze. Maybe you also hear little birds in the background, or the flow of a river, of the sound of the waves. Take a moment to fully immerse yourself in this peaceful environment. I'm going to stay silent for just 1 or 2 minutes, just to let you breathe in the peaceful place that you made just for yourself. And as you breathe deeply and slowly, imagine any worries melting away, absorbed by the peace and tranquility of the place you're in. Feel the sense of calm and relaxation wash over you, filling you with a deep sense of well-being. Within Breathe out. Keep now, slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, and the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Here comes the neck and out. Feel the cold of the inhale, the warmth of the exhale. Begin to notice the sounds around you in the room. Feel the surface resting in chair. Feel how it supports you. Feel the air on your skin. When you're ready, we will start to very gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking up your body. Still taking very deep breath in and out. And in and out. We're going to take one last very deep breath together. And I want it to be the deepest breath you've taken all day. So really, take a really deep breath in. Hold it for a second. And now exhale, release everything. When you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. I hope this was nice. I love sharing meditation and visualizations. I truly believe that self-care is at the base of everything when we work on ourselves, because we, especially women, were built to take care of other people and we forget ourselves. And sometimes taking just 10 minutes to meditate, to going back to your breath, it can bring the day around. So this is my go-to whenever I feel super stressed. I have other techniques and everything, but especially after a whole week, it's Friday evening, we all need to calm down and come back. I hope you really enjoyed it. It's real cool. And I really enjoyed. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. And now I'm going to introduce you to Autumn. Autumn and I have been friends for a while now. We met in a mastermind of coaches, and she is absolutely fantastic. And I will not do her justice. I will let her introduce herself to you.
Well, thank you. Before I get started, I want to interview Amandine really quick for just a quick second. Why did you start this?
So this is normally something I host with my friend Alexis. We came up with it around tea time. I'm an introvert. I love people, but I'm not a big party goer. I used to be, but we're like, all those girls posting on like Instagram and like girlfriend's night out. And I was like, I don't want a girlfriend's night out. I want a girlfriend's night in. But still feel the love and still feel the community and still have this moments between women where we share how like we can relax and have this moments that we enjoy together without having to go out and be all pampered. And I like doing that from time to time, but right now I'm pampered there, but I have my blanket. And this was I'm very comfortable, and this is the whole point. This is the whole thing behind the girlfriend's night in. It's for introverts who want to feel the community and feel the love and have this moment of self-love and self-care that you can have with your girlfriend.
Thank you. I just wanted to get that out there before we get started. That's a very good segue into mine. I'm going to be talking about the 8 dimensions of wellness. And one of the dimensions in particular is social wellness. And that is really our connections with people. And the pros and cons to COVID, it's very normalized to have these chats with people. And what's nice is I'm in the United States. I'm in Maryland. Where are you, Mickey?
I am from. I'm near Luxembourg.
And then Amandine.
Same. We're actually not far from each other right now. But autumn, about a month ago, I was still living in the UK. Yes, we can still do this.
Amandine and Mickey, the 3 of us coming together, it would have been a lot longer off than this. So we have this amazing opportunity to strengthen these social connections. So please keep coming to these. Check this out because this is important. We have this chance to rejuvenate ourselves as women because, as Amandine said, we oftentimes are taking care of everyone else, whether we're moms or not. I am a mom, but it's just very ingrained in us that the women are the caretakers. We oftentimes don't even put ourselves on our to-do list to do these self-care things. Amandine, thank you for the meditation because we all need it. I took my video off to not distract you because I needed to stand up for it because my body was telling me, you've been sitting down too long today. So I had to raise my desk. You didn't want to be distracted. I'm going to share my screen now. We are talking about the 8 dimensions of wellness. They are emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, environmental, work, social, money, and it goes round and around and it's meant to be like a wheel. And if you're missing one piece, it gets very lopsided. I will talk about that in just a minute. Welcome to my presentation portion. Welcome to Girls Night In. And just thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this time for you. I know how hard it can be to take the time for you. It's not nighttime here. It's 2:30 here. So you get real daylight coming in. And I know for me, I had to juggle things to make sure naps were going. And I have 4 kids, so 2 are taking naps and the other ones are quiet and piano teachers coming. I know that it can be hectic for all of us, but I know that it is so important and so needed. And I already feel so much more grounded. Thank you, Amandine. Thank you for doing this. For you, I am Autumn Carter. And I am with Wellness at Every Season. I am the founder. I'm a life coach. I'm a parenting coach. And I went with the name Wellness in Every Season because I love the 8 dimensions of wellness and season. My name's Autumn. How to play off that. It's a given, right? I have 4 kids. They range from 9.5 down to 3. And I have 2 Australian healers. They're top 10 of the 10 smartest dogs. I have my hands full. And 1 husband. He's amazing. He is my best friend and he helps me keep my sanity. Sometimes he adds to the insanity, but don't tell him that. I focus on motherhood, anything motherhood and wellness, I am there. And I added parenting coaching in because my 3rd child, I wasn't connecting with him in the ways that I wanted to. His personality is very different from the rest of the family. And I wasn't getting the support I needed fast enough. I have a podcast and I interviewed somebody on my podcast and she talked about parenting coaching. So I circled back and was like, sign me up. I need this for my family. And if I'm doing it for my family, I want to do it for other people too. So that is where I am at. That's a little bit about me. And the objectives of this is we're going to understand the 8 dimensions of wellness. We're going to recognize the importance of balancing all the dimensions. And we are going to walk away with practical tips for integrating wellness into daily life. Let's talk about the meat of this. And let me try and get my mouse out of the way for a second. There is a newsletter that you can join that gives all of this, and there's podcast episodes that go with it. You will get the worksheet one way or another. But in here, we are going through and we are labeling as we go along. Where do you feel you are at and where do you want to be? So it's a self-assessment. You can even do this on a sheet of paper if you don't want to go back and find the worksheet. And you're going 1 to 10. Where are you feeling out on that scale? And 10 is the highest. So physical is the importance of physical health and activity. So think about anything that can be physical. And do notice as we go through, it's like a Venn diagram, they overlap, and they do for a reason. And then we have emotional, it's managing stress, expressing emotions healthily. And then intellectual, engaging in creative and stimulating activities. I went back to school when my oldest was 7 months old. I really discovered a love of learning. So now I really love consuming things. Amandine and I are often sharing books that we love with each other and ideas. Social, building healthy and supportive relationships, as I mentioned earlier. Really, we live in a day and age, and there's a lot of scientific data about this. My degree is in applied health, by the way, so I put a lot of science in my stuff. That we don't have the village that used to be talked about in past generations. We don't really build that up around us like we should. And if you aren't having those social connections, that is the fastest way to age yourself. Like, all of these can age you very quickly, but that is one. Look at people who retire. If they are having those social connections and definitely the physical part, they are living longer. If they aren't, they're falling apart faster. Spiritual. Finding purpose and meaning in life. And when you think of spiritual, sometimes you can think religious, but that's not always what it means. Because religious is just one aspect of it if you choose to have religion. Spiritual is so much more. I am religious, and I really like spending time in nature. I'm looking out my windows at the trees out here and feeling the breeze. When I do my mindfulness practices for my podcasts, a lot of it is nature themed. Think about what ways can you inspire more of that spiritual wellness in your life. And Mickey will be working on that with you later, so don't worry. And then there is environmental. So living in harmony with your surroundings. You can think environmental like worldwide. So you can think micro, macro. And then you can think of it just your surroundings around you. Are there things that feel like they are just out of balance? Are there things that maybe when you look at, they give you feelings of guilt? Maybe you need to clean up some of the cleaning products in your house. Like, it can go as wide, as narrow as you need it to go. And then financial. Managing finances effectively. How do you feel about money just in general? I'm giving this a very basic overview. The podcasts go into this in depth, and I'm interviewing people that work in this area, or I felt like they emulated this very well. So the podcast will help you out. Last, occupational. Finding fulfillment in work and professional life. I found that most people who go to coaches, it's for that last one. Unless you're going to a health coach, then you're going for the physical one. But this one is something that's really important. And we found in generations past, people did not switch careers as much. So they focused on those other things, especially the social. Nowadays, we switch careers a lot faster. That's how we climb the ladder in a lot of ways. But are we truly happy there? And if we need to stay there, maybe we need to put a hobby in place to make up for that. Because sometimes we can be stuck because of where we're at financially. If we're making really good money and our passion won't pay the same amounts, maybe we need to figure that out. That is the quick overview of the 8 dimensions of wellness. So I want you to go through and write out, where are you? Where do you want to be? And why? The whys will take longer, so this will be something that you'll be journaling about for a while on the sheet. But at least get your gauge in there from 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And I'm going to continue on. You just keep writing as much as you need to. Why do you need all 8 dimensions? Like I said, I'll even use it over here. If you are missing an area, it gets lumpy, right? Have you ever driven on a flat tire? I thought the car was just out of whack. I didn't realize this flat tire. It was right after a final, if that makes it any better. But you can't go that fast. Have you ever felt that way in life where something is just missing? Sometimes when I feel that way, I feel like it's a purse. Have you ever had a purse full of stuff? I don't carry purses anymore. After diaper bags, I'm done. But you have so much stuff that you want to turn it over and just shake it out, right? What is in here? What doesn't belong? This is your chance to shake up your life, to have that curiosity, not the judgment, because judgment will get you stuck, but really curiosity. You need all of these 8 dimensions because if you're missing one, everything else falls down. If you're doing really well in one, it raises the others because they do overlap so much. When I was presented with the 8 dimensions of wellness, it originally was 5, and it's grown since then. But it was presented as this fountain of youth. And it was an older YouTube video. I don't think I can even find it for you. I'm sorry. But it was showing older people playing chess and then older people jogging, their fast jog walk. You know what I mean? And then it showed with all of these, there were social connections. And there was someone talking over top of this video about how if you are taking care of all of these dimensions, you will live longer and you will have that vitality. There's grandparents. We've all seen this where they're around and they live for a while, but they're not really there. This helps you to be fully there, fully present in your life until you're 100. This will help you live longer and fuller and deeper in your life. That is why you need them. And we've all been around people where they just seem so much older than they are. And they start saying that they're old in their 30s, in their 20s. And no, your thinking is old. You're not. And if you change these things, you're not going to be old. Why does focusing on one area raise the others? It is because, like I said, they're the Venn diagram. And if you are focusing, say, on social, you can do a few things with that. You can decide to go for walks with someone. I have a friend that I walk with about once a week. So I'm getting the physical and the social together. And we're usually talking about things. So maybe I'm therapizing her a little bit. It's more friendship style, so I'm not coaching her. So she is getting some of the psychological along with it. Do you see how this works? How you can do several things at one time? So you might not think you have time for these things, but you can push them together. You can do physical. Maybe it's while you're on your lunch break and you are listening to something like a podcast that has to do with your work or a textbook while you're walking. I think that's the only way that I would not fall asleep, depending on the textbook. But you can mush these together so that it saves you time and your energy is going in that forward direction. Let's talk about how neglecting one area lowers the others. So if you're not taking care of your physical health, because in the US, we are so focused on physical health. So let's use that, for example. If you are neglecting your physical health, it makes it a lot harder to sleep, and sleep makes it harder to think straight. We've all had that where we have several nights of sleep where we're just not sleeping well or we don't sleep enough and our cognitive function goes down. And maybe we get snippy towards people, so then our social wellness isn't doing as well. And if we continue down this slippery slope, maybe it leads to diabetes, and diabetes opens a whole can of worms towards all other health ailments. I don't want to go through that because that's not what this is about. But can you see how neglecting one area can snowball effect into the others? I hope that makes sense. If not, reach out to me. I'll set you straight.
You're making perfect sense. Don't worry.
Oh, good. So let's make it very personally applicable. I'm at my computer a lot, coaching. My gift to myself is I bought myself a little stair stepper and I have some exercise equipment here. So I am bringing in more than one thing at a time. And when I go for walks in the morning, I am listening to a podcast that is filling me up either spiritually or it is something that is filling my cup in more of a professional way. So there are different ways that I am bringing this into my life. And because it is something that I am passionate about, I'm easily sharing it with other people. So I'm getting social connections that way. So if you find something as you're looking at your worksheet that looks easy to do to get yourself back on track, maybe have that be your starting point, because then you're motivated to work on the other things. And that's what happened for me when I first learned about this. It was when I was trying to lose my baby weight, and I was doing it because I gained more than I should have. Shh, don't say anything. But I was starting to feel the pressure in my hips from having the extra weight. So it wasn't about vanity. It was a little bit because I was in that weird, I couldn't fit in my pregnancy clothes, but I couldn't fit in my normal clothes. So that part of vanity, like the comfort part of vanity. But it was also like I wasn't feeling well. So I started working on my diet, meaning the food I was eating, not the normal term of diet. So I was working on what I was eating. I was exercising. And for classes, I had a lot of videos for classes because it was online school. I had those videos playing while I was working out. So I was getting my homework done while also taking care of myself. So I hope that makes a little more sense by using myself as an example. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, autumn@wellnessinEverySeason.com. So please reach out. I'm happy to help you. And if you would like to work with me, you can reach out to me at the same places. I also have my newsletter, which will walk you through each dimension of wellness with a podcast interview, the worksheet again if you need it. And you can see this more in depth and learning from other people besides me. I know that for me, and I've seen it for other people, but for me personally, I need to hear things several times and in slightly different ways for me to get it from 2D to 4D to where it actually makes sense. I can see the direction that I need to head, and I am trying to make that possible for everybody else because I know how important wellness is. I know that it is looking at all of us. I don't know how many of you have been pregnant and it feels like they only care about the baby and you're like, I'm a whole person here. I feel like what I'm experiencing is also affecting the baby. Can we talk about this here? And they just wave you off. Here, we are talking about all of you with wellness because you matter. I hope that you will come up with steps that you want to take forward. And I know that as you do, you will see so much more light and you will actually find more energy and more space to continue to develop yourself. So thank you. And I know that you taking the time for yourself in general to be here is well worth it.
Oh, thank you, Autumn. It was great. I was
so
mom. Relatable. I'm not a mom, and I'm still part of your newsletter. And I learn something new with every email I get. So really, people will get on there. And yes, she is my coachy bestie, but I'm not vibes.
I'm not at all.
I'm not. But she is very right. And the 8 dimensions of wellness makes so much sense. And as coaches and healers, we can see it very clearly on the people we talk to. And I know I've seen it in myself. When I let go of one part of it, the rest crumbles down. It is important to look at your life as a whole and to support each part of it. And yeah, it was fantastic. Thank you so much, Autumn.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we're going to Mick. So you're going to pranic healing.
My name is Miki. I'm Italian. I'm an Italian expat. I lived in UK for 5 years and I have been living in France since 2011. I am a certified pranic healer. This is the first time in a very long time that I've been able to speak English. So thank you, Amandine, for the chance that you're giving me. We are going to do a pranic healing session. Today, I'm going to release some stress and anxiety that you might have. I'm going to explain to you what is pranic healing, how does it work, and then we're gonna go to the pranic session. I'm going to put a music on. You're gonna relax and enjoy, and I will take care of you.
Oh, I love that. That sounds so great. Also, I love that you said you might have anxiety and stress. I'm like, right. Maybe.
I'm like about myself. Pranic healing is a form of energy that utilize life force and prana to heal your physical and emotional wounds. In the context of emotional wounds, pranic healing aims to cleanse and balance energy center, which are called chakra. They are affected by negative emotion. By removing energy blockages and cleaning out all this negative, it replenishes the body's energy. It will help alleviating the emotional pain. It promotes mental clarity and restoring well-being. My goal is to help all the women to take back the power that emotional wounds and trauma have been taken away from you, because I believe that we are not meant to suffer and we are meant to thrive in life. When you come to me in a session, you come with your purse. I will take the example that Autumn was giving before, and we're going to select the things that we want to keep and take out the things that we don't need anymore. So then we're gonna open the clothes and everything is gonna fall out. But then we're gonna put it back in order. My point is, you are not your pain, and you have the possibility of heal yourself. Your body has alone the capacity to heal yourself. And people like me, we are just facilitator, if you might, because we are going, as a pranic healer, we are going to really find inside of your chakra, the energy center, we are going to find the trouble. I do emotional ones, injustice, all that really will take the power away from him. Sometimes I have people in my session that had trouble when they were young. Sometimes I have the chance to help people, they are senior, to take also their power back, because it's a never stopping process and we are always growing. And now I'd like you to close your eyes, and you can stand, you can sit, or you can lay down, is as you wish. And I'm going to put some music. It's a known sound. It's quite healing because it's the sound of life. I would like you to put your palms up, and you can light them on your knees. I would like you to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and just relax. I'm going to clean your aura, and after that I'm going to practice a psychopranic healing in order to alleviate the stress and anxiety from your body. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you when I finish if you have any question. I didn't say to you, I look like Hermione of Harry Potter. I do work with crystals, but I also do work with my hands. It depends. I like to do pranic healing for emotional wounds with the crystal because they are quite potent and they protect me and you. I can also do some session with the children and with pregnant women. In this case, we are not using any crystal at all to protect the baby and the mother. Let's enjoy! slowly, you can come back. If you were lying down, please carefully wake up. I hope you enjoy it or that you're feeling relaxed. It is possible that you felt some vibration. It is possible that you could have felt warm or cold. It's really possible. So for the next 24 hours, let those energies settle. So please do not take any shower at all. You can brush your teeth and shower quickly, but do not take the proper shower for 24 hours till tomorrow. It was a great honor to be here and serve you, and I hope you've enjoyed this from my heart.
Thank you so much. This was lovely. Oh my God, what a great way to close up this moment. This was, oh my God, my hands were so hot at some point. It was weird. I really felt it. Oh, ladies, thank you so much for everything you brought here this evening.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode. I am your host, Autumn Carter, a certified life coach and parenting coach, dedicated to empowering mothers to rediscover their identity beyond motherhood, find balance amidst chaos, strengthen relationships, and pursue their dreams. My goal is to help moms thrive both as individuals and as parents. I hope today's discussion inspired you and offered valuable insights. Stay engaged with our motherhood wellness community by signing up for my newsletter at wellnessineveryseason.com/free-resources. When you join, you'll have the option to receive a 5-day guide called Awaken and Unwind. 5 days to mastering moms, mornings, and evenings, along with free guides, special offers on my programs, practical tips, personal stories, and much more by signing up for both offers on the page. Don't miss out on these valuable resources designed to help you thrive in every area of wellness as a mom and as an individual. Join today and start your journey to wellness in every season. Your shares, subscriptions, and reviews help us reach more moms seeking empowerment. So please spread the word about our podcast. Thank you for being a part of our podcast community. I look forward to continuing our conversation, sharing stories, and exploring wellness in all aspects of motherhood. Take care until our next episode. You can also work with me one-on-one or on demand through one of my programs by visiting wellness.com/programs. One last thing to cover the show legally. I am a certified life coach giving general advice, so think of this more like a self-help book. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed therapist, so this podcast shouldn't be taken as a replacement for professional guidance from a doctor or therapist, or any other qualified expert. If you want personalized one-on-one coaching from a certified life coach, go to my website, wellnessinEverySeason.com. That's where you can get personalized coaching from me. See you in next week's episode. One last thing to cover this show legally. I am a certified life coach giving general advice, so think of this more like a self-help book. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed therapist, so this podcast shouldn't be taken as a replacement for professional guidance from a doctor, therapist, or any other qualified expert. If you want personal one-on-one coaching from a certified coach, go to my website at wellnessinEverySeason.com. That's where you can get personalized coaching from me. See you in next week's episode.